Popular opinion, if you had to buy one device, Whoop or Ultra Human, Apple, Google,
Go let JC go first. Yeah.
what device do we buy? One device.
Don't say anything.
I know your answer, but I'll ask you.
FITTR heart ring.
I might be the only one who would be able to explain you what each of these things do.
No, you please
and
go
help
ahead.
you
Yeah, go
improve
for it.
them.
Go for it.
Help you improve them. Because most of the people who buy these gadgets, right, they don't know what to do next. I think that actually is the problem we were trying to solve. We didn't want to be like another gadget. First, we sent out a proposal to these companies. And we're like, hey, we have a community, we have coaches, we are amazing at helping people fix their lifestyles. Why don't you guys partner with us? And when we didn't show any response, then we looked at, can we do something of our own? So it was like watches, bands, and they were like, okay, ring is the best because it technically has the more number of hours of people wearing them because watches tend to get uncomfortable. And so today, our differentiation is not the hardware. The differentiation is, look, here's a hardware which is decently good. It provides all the metrics as accurately as any other devices, probably better than smartwatches. But you look at the metrics and what next, right? Which is where you keep wondering if you are with somebody else, you'll be like, hey, this is my VO2 max. Now, what the hell is VO2 max? Or this is my RHR. What the hell does my RHR indicate? Or what is this HRV fluctuation happening? What should I measure, right? So even though there's a lot of data on what these are, there's no data on how can you systematically get them better.
So it's not about the device, it's what sits on top of the device.
But JC, things like, let's say, how your activity is measured, right? Are there some such functions where one device is better than the other?
Yes. So it all depends on sampling rate. For example, again, you have Apple Watch, for instance. They don't sample your heart rate as frequently as, let's say, a Whoop. So in terms of sampling, Whoop has the highest sampling rate, and that's why it's most accurate. So when we do calculation for certain things, like for example, HR, SpO2 and HRV, these are pretty standard functions. Most of the devices will get them accurately, right? But when we talk about, let's say, calorie expenditure.
And activities, I think then Whoop
right?
kind of...
So Whoop would be far more accurate because it's sampling the heart rate every minute. And then because of that, it's using a better formula, which is your heart rate load. Because there's a direct correlation between heart rate load and your energy expenditure. Other devices are using MET equivalents. You know the problem with MET equivalents, right? They are a generalized derivation from a generalized set of people. So they're not very accurate. So you go to the gym, your Apple Watch will show you burned 600 calories in an hour, whereas a Whoop or a heart ring will show, oh, you only burned 250 calories.
But what I've seen, okay, I've used everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I find Apple Watch convenient. And the reason I find it convenient is it's not very intrusive. About this calorie thing, I get it. But the thing is, it's consistent along the line. So if you know what is burning 1,000 calories on Apple Watch, you can assume it's not 1,000, it's 600, 500, whatever, right? But it gives you a consistent 500. Now, with
so does Whoop, right?
Yeah, it does. So consistently it does. But the thing is, Whoop is wearing...
You have to wear it
24 hours is
I wear it on my feet. I used to wear it on my feet for 3 months. But then you have to carry that separate. I think every device in the world should have a C-type.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to have a weird charger for a weird thing.
We added a C-type.
Yeah, I mean...
That's why I stopped wearing it.
What about CGM?
CGM, again, I'm not a huge fan of CGM. It's great for diabetics, but in non-diabetics, there's no data that suggests it helps non-diabetics. I mean, apart from making people feel scared of every single food on the planet that spikes their blood glucose, and you know that blood glucose spikes are completely fine. There's no problem with blood glucose
They need
spikes.
to come down in a reasonable way.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but for somebody who is probably, in some stages of pre-diabetes, right, and wants to really optimize the type of food they eat, and optimize maybe also the eating windows and kind of go through that phase of seeing what works for them.
Yeah.
I think in my opinion, it has value.
There's a level of personalization that the devices can offer.
Yeah.
But I think today that level of personalization is not like a hidden treasure, I would say. Everybody would agree, hey, eat a little bit earlier than your bedtime. Eat fewer meals than you would, like don't hop on 6 or 7 meals. And then eat within your caloric intake. If you want to figure out that basis a CGM device, sure. But I'd say that you're kind of overcomplicating stuff because this stuff is out there in the open. But if somebody feels that, instead of 9 o'clock, my CGM tells me to eat at 8 o'clock, well, more power to you.